Hey Taurus, welcome to your love reading. If you're new, welcome. Please remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get all the messages I post each month. I've already posted January readings, career readings, love readings. Singles will be posted next. This is your love reading. Let's see what's going on with you. Suffering in silence here. This is the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is more than, Nine of Wands here. It's the more than just, blocking yourself off from the world and keeping yourself to yourself or being blocked from somebody here. It's also about, you're ready to go another round. You're ready to keep fighting. You might be in a period where you can't move at the moment. You might be stuck between a rock and a hard place. Like, say, if somebody has blocked you, you can't communicate with them. Like, for example, what's going on in the world. There's nothing you can do about the outside conditions, right? But you can be proud of how far you've come on this journey. The peaks, the valleys, the highs, the lows, whatever you want to call them here. But this suffering in silence, keeping it to yourself here, is not the way to go. I feel she's just holding one wand in her hand, and I feel like the time is coming where a conversation needs to be had here. Where there's a will, there's a way, I will say that, right? So if you need to speak to somebody and they've blocked you, where there's a will, there's a way. I've had many people contact me through the craziest ways if I've blocked them. Somebody has texted me through my bank account before and wrote a message. So yeah, it's really, where there's a will, intuition, trust yours at this time. Okay. I feel like you just know there's something out there, something for you, in your heart, the truth here. There may be blockages at this time. You may understand the blockages are for the greater good or for your benefit here. I always call the Nine of Wands the fence of protection, because I'd seen it one day and then I seen this song saying, I think it's called Jesus Fence of Protection. I don't know it, so it just came to me in a reading one time. So we can see this as a fence of protection. So you might be trusting your path at the moment, but knowing there's more to it, because the Nine of Wands isn't giving up. It's having a rest on the battlefield, okay? As this is a love reading, we do know love is a battlefield, right? Okay. Eight of Cups here. It's because somebody has withdrew their affection, what they was giving to you, right? So we know unconditional love is not loving somebody because they're loving us, right? Or not loving us because they're doing what we say, or if they're in our presence and things like that. I feel here like you just can't stop loving somebody even though they're not with you or they've withdrawn from you. It may be vice versa, okay? Somebody might be still in love with you even though you've withdrawn from them. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, guys. We know this in general readings. And as I always say, I'll leave information about personal readings and how to contact me in the description box, along with what decks of cards I use in my videos here. So let's see where this is going, Taurus. Okay, the Emperor. Somebody is just too stubborn, right? Is it you, Taurus? The thing about 2020, I told everybody, look, accountability. If you know this is your ego or your own stubbornness, this is something to work on while in separation. If this is their stubbornness, this is what they'll be working on, right? And this is why you can do nothing about it, because it's something going on with themselves. It's not something you need to improve with you, or something you've done, or something you can change. It may be something to do with them and their self and their divine journey, right? Being able to understand that is very abundant, I would say, very mature and very grown. So I feel like that's kind of you, Taurus. You kind of understand something here with this intuition card as well. You may understand why you're not together, why you've withdrawn or they've withdrawn. Prince of Swords here. So I feel like you probably feel it'd be reckless to reach out and communicate with them, but honestly, you really want to here. You might be feeling that because I've just said here, you know, where there's a will, there's a way. You may feel like, okay, if they wanted to talk to me, there's a will and a way for them too. And you're absolutely correct. But there's something going on within their journey here that they're focused on. And I feel like they're trying to maintain either an image or a lifestyle, and it might be crumbling around them here. Let's see, Two of Cups. And this is what we see, this attachment that's still between you both. You do both feel this way. So if you are going to resonate with this, it's somebody you've been thinking about or attached to for a long time. You could be in this relationship and thinking about walking away, at least for a little bit. You may be feeling like, you know, this isn't helping both of us butting heads here. And it's about being honest with yourself in order to heal those things that need healing, right? Wonderful. We see the sun. So we see positive energy coming into, probably shining on your 8th house, bringing in this change, this transformation. Maybe it's the separation that would bring the wake up, the change here, the clarity that was needed in this relationship, that maybe you was hurting each other staying together, right? Maybe you couldn't heal together. You can't heal in an environment that made you sick. 6 of Swords. So we see you moving forward here, and you do have company. So some of you are moving towards this honest conversation with your soulmate here that brings the clarity that is needed to move this connection forward from that 9 of Wands. You've had your rest. You're ready to go at it again here. King of Cups. Yep. King of Cups is somebody who's ready to love. It could be a water sign, but it can just indicate, look, I'm ready to love now, okay? This is a person who is not going to be spilling love all over the place because they've learned their lessons, right? They've learned to give to somebody who's giving to them, maybe not overly give to a person who's not giving to them. So it may be why you're just sitting back and waiting for this person to learn their lessons and make the moves towards you. 9 of Swords. Some of you are concerned because you've waited such a long time here. I guess that time is an illusion. I don't know if that brings you any comfort at this time, but time is an illusion. Worrying serves no purpose here. You may be worried, are they actually doing their work? Remember the different, energies that we pass through every day, every season, every month here. You will be feeling this Aquarian energy that's, got you questioning here. Am I doing the right thing? Just don't use this energy to overthink. Think positive here. It can seem at this time, because Mercury is going retrograde, that they're more on your mind, okay? That's not unusual. You will be more on their mind as well. You could be having sleepless nights if you're not communicating with this person because you want to communicate with them. You may be trying to communicate with them intuitively, trying to send messages telepathically to them, things like that. And the Prince of Wands here, some will be rushing back in the retrograde here, okay? I always warn against this. If we are going to get back together during a retrograde, we can prepare for them to leave just as quickly, because we see somebody rushing towards you here with the Knight of Swords energy, very quick energy, but they could leave again very quickly if they're not healed and you accept them, okay? So they might rush in for some sort of one night stand here. Hopefully you don't let it go to a place before you get clarity, because if they leave again, I feel like it's going to be very hurtful. It may even be hurtful to find out they're not healed yet, if you communicate with them. The Hermit, yeah, they've still got soul searching to do here. I know it feels like you've waited a lifetime for them already. Like I said, spirit, the souls, the universe, they're not really concerned with how long you have to wait, but more about the lessons you've learned, okay? And if you're learning them, that's what the universe is bothered about. If you're soul searching, if you are getting onto this spiritual path, if they are getting onto this spiritual path could be a Virgo, but we do have all the signs that generally come out in a reading. 10 of Pentacles. This seems to be like your person, and this seems to be a bond that, you know, unlike any other. And this is why it seems so hard to let go of, because it was built on such solid feelings, such solid connection, something you never felt before here. And I guess if you've been waiting such a long time for them, you want them back healed, you want them back loved. I'm sorry who this doesn't resonate with. I have many readings already out on the channel. Go and check them out. But everybody needs their message, whether they want their ex back or they don't, right? That's why I try to get as many readings out as possible. This is a very strong connection. It was a cycle that came to an end. It may even involve children in this relationship. Somebody who's not sleeping very well. You are trying to communicate with them intuitively. They're soul searching. So what I can tell you is they're on the right track. Are they ready yet? I'm not too sure showing up as the Knights there. I feel maybe you still have a little healing to do yourself as well, right? And it's about that accountability rather than just butting heads. And if you really do want your ex back or somebody back from your past here, we can't be speaking negatively about them, right? Because this is energy that you're putting out there. That 9 of Swords is showing some sort of negative energy. So it could be worry, it could be words, it could be thinking, right? So we need positive thinking to move things forward here. You will get the extra help with the Sun's placement, okay? That's bringing in that healing energy from Aquarius and asking you to look at the greater good for all. And that actually helps your situation as well, rather than just looking so inwards and so narrowly at just your situation. Looking at the greater good helps the energy for everybody, guys. Good luck.